Uh, Welcome to the fifth episode in this series. The year has ended. It's December 30th, and yesterday was the last session for the market in this year. And will open again on 1st or 2nd. I don't recall. But uh, this year is done basically, and one more week has passed since our last video. We are looking at the second weekly review of the portfolio in this series, and let's just get started with it. In investing fool, as you know, none of this is any sort of financial recommendation. It's just an edutainment, education, and entertainment. And here, this is a channel dedicated to systematic momentum investing, not discretionary momentum investing, which I used to do a lot earlier, and I've stopped doing that. Let's just get started without further ado. Okay, so before we move to the exact constituents, the weights, to see how the portfolio performed this week. Again, a recap of what we had discussed last time, right? So the whole purpose of this review is not to rebalance the portfolio in any sense. It's to review it. अगर ज़्यादा कुछ चेंज हो गया है, जैसे मैंने बताया था कि अगर 20% से कोई स्टॉक गिर गया है एक हफ्ते में, so then we'll like remove it, right? We'll take those kind of contingency actions, but otherwise it's mostly मोटा मोटी ये है कि stocks ने कैसे perform किया है, बस वो देखना है. And we also will rerun the screener, right, to see कि possibly क्या आ सकते हैं. अभी खरीदना नहीं है, but we can just track कि which new stocks can possibly enter the portfolio on Jan 15, which is our next rebalancing date, right? So December 15 को हमने first rebalancing किया. Then Jan 15 will move to the second rebalancing. Beach में there will be 3 weekly reviews, and the fourth weekly review will actually coincide with the Jan rebalancing. बट इन वीकली रिव्यूज़ में हमें बस रिव्यू करना है, कुछ ज़्यादा चेंज वेंज कुछ नहीं करना, अनलेस देर आर such contingencies, right? So, and yeah, if we sell, we'll go to cash, and we won't buy until the next rebalancing. So let's start with the chart, not chart, with the table, right? Portfolio का हालत कुछ ऐसा है, and if you can see, the fourth column shows you the 1 week change, कि हर स्टॉक कितना बढ़ा है घटा है, right? If you see, the largest gain in this 1 week has been Godavari Power, GPIL, and followed by Tata Motors. See, we always say that large cap companies है ज़्यादा नहीं चलेगा, right? Small cap ले लो, micro cap ले लो, but you see in this 1 week, Tata Motors has given a 6.5% returns, right? And in this year, in fact, it has doubled. It's actually the only stock in the Nifty index which has doubled in the year. So it's not like, as we had discussed in an earlier video, we are not fixed. हमारा कोई ऐसा fixed fascination नहीं है with a particular market cap or with a particular industry or with a particular narrative. Whichever performs, we just buy it and we hold on, right? So Tata Motors gave 6.5, almost 6.5% this week, and again, other stocks, the weights you can see, Jindal Stainless 3.8%. There were some losers as well. Safari Industries, as you can see, it fell by more than 5% this week. और ये जब से हमने ख़रीदा है ये ऑलमोस्ट 13% गिर चुका है, राइट? फिर भी अभी तक नहीं बेच के हमने रखा है. क्या पता, मे बी Jan 15 तक इसमें कोई स्पाइक आ जाए, राइट? वी डोंट नो दैट. But in all likelihood, I feel this stock is going to get axed in the next rebalancing. ये पक्का पोर्टफोलियो से निकलने वाला है. And we'll also see कि कौन से नए स्टॉक्स आने वाले हैं. अगर सफारी निकलने वाला है, राइट, तो कौन से नए स्टॉक्स आने वाले हैं. And in the previous rebalancing, the bottom 5 companies had come, right? Trent, TVS Motors, Prestige Estate, NTPC, and IRFC. सो दी स्टॉक्स, इनमें से भी कुछ कुछ मूव हुए हैं, राइट, एंड प्रिटी सिग्निफिकेंट ऑल्सो, लाइक प्रेस्टीज हैज मूव्ड क्लोज टू 4% this in this 1 week, and it had not moved much in the previous week, so the net change also is very close to 4%. Okay, and TVS Motors, again it weaked. It has sorry, it has moved this week. Previous week may it had not moved that much. In fact, not at all on the positive side. So that it just keeps changing. We'll again see this table in the next weekly review as well. The stocks, they would have changed a lot by then, hopefully, and hopefully on the positive side. So as you can see, the net change is also there. If you see the highest till now, it has been REC, right, 17.4%. And yeah, and these stocks were actually much higher. PFC, REC, these were much higher, but because in this they have like dragged down, these power finance companies have dragged down almost 10% from their all-time highs. So they are currently trending at around 17.3% gain. But वही है कि we don't take a call सब्जेक्टिवली बाय लुकिंग एट द चार्ट और एनीथिंग कि इसका मोमेंटम खत्म हो सके उसका मोमेंटम खत्म हो रहा हो, पर जब तक हमारा एग्जिट क्राइटेरियन मीट नहीं होता, व्हिच इज दैट द स्टॉक शुड नॉट बी इन द टॉप 50 रैंक्स, then until then, like, we won't be exiting the stock, right? And again, another counterintuitive point is that the three stocks that I have highlighted in the red on the leftmost column, you can see Safari Industries, Godavari Power, GPIL, and KPIT Tech. These are likely, मतलब ये अभी जब मैंने आज जब स्क्रीनर रन किया है, तो these stocks are not in the top 50. Safari, definitely it has given like it has trended down quite a bit, 13% negative में जा चुका है. GPIL, it has actually given a positive return, but and that's why it sometimes can be non-intuitive also. It has grown more than other companies, but when we are looking back at that 1 year period, right, हमारा look back period है 1 साल का, उसमें हम 3 months, 6 months, 12 months के sharp returns का average ले रहे हैं, right? In when we think like that, when we look at that criteria, we are not like GPIL is not coming in the top 50 currently. So it's not that GPIL has not performed, it's just that when we look back at that 1 year period, some companies have performed more consistently or better than GPIL, and they are better contenders to be put in the chart, put in our portfolio, sorry. So GPIL might exit on Jan 15. We'll again like look, मतलब और भी 2 weekly review होंगे, so we will look at that time, reassess at that time. And KPIT Tech, this has been a wonderful stock, really nice gains this year, but the momentum is simply not there. And I've seen in this stock, it usually comes in like very small chunks. Sometimes आता है, फिर it trends sideways for quite some time, and then again it goes up and then trends sideways. So abhi I think it had made a high, but it has dragged down from its high. How the percentage I don't remember right now, but abhi kuch time se it has not been consistently gaining, right? And that's why and when we look comprehensively in the 1 year period, again it is not in the top 50. So ये भी शायद निकल सकता है. So yeah, so that's basically it. In this we can see like the market was overly like on the positive side, and that's why you can see weekly change में ना 20 से सिर्फ 5 स्टॉक्स हैं जो कि नेगेटिव ट्रेंड हुए हैं, right, this week. So after that December 20 debacle that we had in the previous week, this week was generally more favorable for the market. The broader indices moved, but some of the stocks didn't do much. But overall if you see, अगर पूरा पिक्चर हमको देखना है तो like 15 out of 20, right? So 75% of the stocks actually trended positive in this week and 25% were negative. ओके एंड ऐसा नहीं कि एक वीक में जिसने नेगेटिव ट्रेंड किया है दैट इज लाइक दैट इज अ बैड स्टॉक और एनीथिंग. लाइक इफ यू सी बिरला सॉफ्टवेयर, राइट, बिरला सॉफ्टवेयर इस वीक में इट हैज गिवन लाइक close to -3%, but overall it is still trending pretty nicely, right? The 13.5% का gain है overall. So yeah, I mean, 1 week is good as a reference to check. This review is good as a reference to check, but we will only like the final call जो हम लेंगे वो Jan 15 के scoring के हिसाब से होगा. Okay, then yeah, this we had discussed in the previous slide, right? Previous video कि as on December 22 I had shown you 4 potential entrants, and again this week I will be showing you, like as on December 29, 4 potential entrants, and the potential entrants will keep changing, right? Potential entrants वो हैं कि अगर तुम्हारे पोर्टफोलियो से 3-4 स्टॉक निकलते हैं, right, at the end of one period, then which stocks will come in the next period, right? So अगर 3 निकले तो नए 3 भी तो डालने पड़ेंगे ना, तो वो 3 कौन होंगे, right? So we are not adding these stocks right now, we are not buying, of course we will buy on Jan 15, but अभी के लिए we are just seeing कि like which players can possibly come, and उनका चार्ट देख के we like it's just sort of making sense out of their charts as well. So पिछले हफ्ते हमने ये 4 कंपनीज का देखा था, BSE, केन्स, कल्याण ज्वेलर्स एंड जिंदल सॉ. But this week when I reran this thing, of course when I reran the scanner, as you can see here, this is the latest, right? Latest price data was downloaded today morning, and this is the latest list of stocks, and from this BSE and Cairns have still remained, मतलब वो 2 अभी भी हैं उन 4 में से, बट ये जो नीचे के 2 हैं कल्याण ज्वेलर्स और जिंदल सॉ, ये हट गए हैं एंड दे हैव बीन रिप्लेस्ड बाय 2 new players. So if we see on December 29th, the 4 players that can be potential, like these are the front runners as of now. अभी के हिसाब से अगर मेरे को आज रीबैलेंसिंग करना होता और 4 स्टॉक्स मेरे पोर्टफोलियो से हट रहे होते तो ये 4 घुसते. ओके, सो दिस अगेन माइट चेंज इन द नेक्स्ट वीकली रिव्यू. ये मतलब बहुत चेंज होता रहता है, रैंकिंग्स काफ़ी चेंज होते रहते हैं. सो एंड स्पेशली इन अ बुल मार्केट, जब कोई ब्रेक ले रहा है, कोई स्टॉक आगे बढ़ रहा है, राइट, काफ़ी माइनर चेंजेस के वजह से भी रैंकिंग हमेशा चेंज होती रहती है, राइट? सो इट्स नॉट कि इट्स वन वे इज राइट एंड द अदर वे इज कंप्लीटली रॉन्ग. इट्स पॉसिबल कि हमने लाइक इट्स पॉसिबल दैट दीज स्टॉक्स, राइट, लेट्स से दे डोंट कम, लाइक कल्याण ज्वेलरी डजंट कम एज अ पोटेंशियल एंट्रेंट इन द नेक्स्ट रीबैलेंसिंग, और हमने इसमें पैसा नहीं लगाया, राइट, एंड बट इट कैन हैपन कि इट माइट अगेन रन अप 20% वेरी क्विकली, राइट? सो यू डोंट नो, मतलब ये all these stocks are very close to each other. ऐसा नहीं कि कोई एक बिल्कुल अच्छा है और कोई एक बिल्कुल गया गुजरा हुआ है, right? So as per this week's, as per the closing prices at the end of this week, these are the 4 potential entrants. Okay, and the new 2 companies which have come in the list are NLC India and Angel One. Angel One, I have been very positive and bullish on this stock for quite some time. और अगर तुम ग्राफ देख रहे हो ना एंजल वन का, सो like on this chart you can see almost a 45-degree angle. Okay, and Angel One has actually, like before starting this series, this video series on YouTube, I had been like using the screener, and I've been anyway like tracking stocks based on their rate of change, right? So Angel One has been on like my radar for quite a long time, and this is the kind of chart that I want to see. मतलब आइडियली मेरे को सारे मोमेंटम कंपनीज में इस टाइप का चार्ट देखना होता है, इस टाइप की ट्रेजेक्टरी देखनी होती है कि 45 डिग्री एंगल से बिल्कुल सीधा बढ़ रहा है, राइट? नॉट लाइक एनएलसी इंडिया. इफ यू सी एनएलसी इंडिया हैज परफॉर्म्ड like huge upswing in the last like 4-5 days. You can see this region particularly, it has jumped like anything, right? and that doesn't give you a lot of confidence कि if it like rises like that, if the system says of course I will buy, but intuitively I am also thinking that the volatility might be a little bit on the higher side, right? तो ये कल गिर भी सकता है उतना. If you see the chart for Keynes technology, it had increased consecutively, right? Green के बाद green candle था इस region में, then it again fell, red के बाद red candle, and it's then trended sideways for like about a month or a little bit more. Again it spiked, again it fell, right? Similar थोड़ा ऊपर जाके इसका resistance बन गया and again it slid down. So minor changes and all this keep happening, but whenever we see yeah, the first stock which is like consistent, ये पिछली बार भी था और अभी भी है, is BSE. BSE had like an amazing momentum curve, right? Just like Angel One is displaying right now, BSE ऐसे ही बढ़ रहा था, बिल्कुल चैंपियन की तरह. And since the starting of December, from the all-time high, it has come down about, I guess, around 13% or something. I don't remember, but around 13% or even more. So and so now, based on the 1 year look back, it is coming at the top of the screener. So अगर ऐसा ही रहता है result, ranking ऐसा ही रहता है, तो Jan 15 को we might buy BSC again. But अभी if you see this region, right, all time high से ये consistently नीचे ही आ रहा है, ये नीचे आए जा रहा है, like there are consecutive red candles almost every day. But if the system says buy, then we will need to buy and we will exit, because एक साल के look back के हिसाब से अभी भी BSE is the consistent performer, and we do not know the problem, or the good thing, you can say it as you like, in momentum is that we do not claim to know कि मतलब we don't claim to forecast कि कहाँ जाएगा नहीं जाएगा. The inherent assumption is that if momentum exists, then whatever has trended positive will continue to trend positive. Like what has trended positive in the past 1 year will continue to trend positive for the next 1 month. That's basically what we are saying. And similarly, like negative. So अगर हम past 1 year का देखते हैं तो BSE अभी भी consistently positive ही है, even though recently there has been a pullback, but we are still willing to bet, क्योंकि कल को पता नहीं है यहाँ से फिर से बढ़ जाए, it might cross the previous high also, and it might fall 20% also, right? In that case we'll have to exit that stock. So yeah, so you never know. As of December 29, these are the 4 potential entrants, and we will keep updating this list. And Jan 15 को के ranking के हिसाब से जो stocks आएंगे, those will be the additions anyway. And top rank, like it will be basis the top rank, right? So in this case, BSC, like the ranking is like BSC is first, NLC India is second, Angel One is third, and Keynes is fourth. So अभी as per this week's criteria 3 स्टॉक्स निकलने वाले थे पोर्टफोलियो से, राइट? तो केन्स को तो इग्नोर मारते हैं क्योंकि हमको 3 ही स्टॉक नए डालने हैं. तो अगर 3 स्टॉक हमको नए डालने हैं तो वो होते BSC, NLC India and Angel One. Okay, we will revisit this ranking in our subsequent weekly reviews as well. Yeah, this is the major thing and something that I wanted to share with all of you today. So I'm making my portfolio live as per this strategy. You can actually see it. I'll show you. Yeah, on this Google Sheets, I'll share the link of the sheets below, like in the video description, and you can check it out. So basically यहाँ पे मैंने like all these values are linked to Google Finance, so it is updated continuously. Okay, I think 20 minutes या कुछ का delay होता है Google Finance का, but otherwise this is updated almost in real time, and all these values are also updated in real time. So अभी पोर्टफोलियो के कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट्स ये हैं. इफ यू सी द J column, it shows the weight of these constituents, right? So I think 5.7%, at 5.71%, REC is the largest, like has the largest weight in the current portfolio. And if you can see, the portfolio has given since November 17, it has given a return of 6% till now, which is actually it was pretty surprising to me, because the index itself, the NSE 500 index, on which we are basing our portfolio, that has given a 10.4% return, right? So we are actually underperforming the index by around 4.4%. And in the short to near term, I will again like check how like I've calculated the absolute return as well. Some losses were accounted and so on, so I will recheck that. But I as far as my current understanding, this data is correct, and we are currently underperforming, right? So in the short term to medium term, momentum can underperform the index. Nothing is written in stone, but in the long run, I am hopeful that there will be a consistent outperformance, okay, over this over the index. And if you can see the change percentage since the stock entered the portfolio, तब से कितना change हुआ है. If you can see, REC, PFC, these are at both 20%. SJVN is at close to 20%. Bila Software is at 15.6%. So all these stocks, these four stocks have given more than 15% returns. And then there are some stocks which are more than 12% returns, including Tata Motors and Jindal Stainless. ओके, इस होल पीरियड में फर्स्ट रीबैलेंसिंग में जो तीन स्टॉक्स निकले थे, अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट टू स्टॉक्स हैव गिवन नेट नेगेटिव रिटर्न्स, मतलब अभी तक पूरा चेंज ही उनका नेगेटिव में है. एंड दोज आर KPIT टेक एंड सफारी इंडिया. एंड एज वी डिस्कस्ड अ लिटिल वाइल अगो, ये दोनों भी शायद निकलने वाले हैं Jan 15 में. अभी के परफॉर्मेंस को देख के वही लग रहा है. Okay, the other thing that I wanted to share is that why I am making this public is that anyone who is following these videos or looking at the channel in general, they can anyway like anytime go and check ki how is it performing right now. इसमें like I won't be making, so every change will be visible to you every time. मैं ये नहीं बोल सकता कि मैंने ये इस दिन को बेच दिया था या उस दिन को नहीं बेचा था and all that, right? So this will be public, this will be live, you can access it anytime. Real time में सारे prices update हो रहेंगे, real time में rate of change, returns सब कुछ update हो रहा होगा, right? And when I rebalance, like let's say Jan 15 को मैं rebalance करता हूँ, तो उस दिन ही ये I will enter some new stocks, I will enter their buy price, the buy dates will be updated, all those changes will be done. And I will share like a status also on YouTube probably that the change has been done. Okay. So yeah, the other point is that like a lot of you'll find a lot of creators who are who like talk very stock specific, right? कि ये stock इतना बढ़ जाएगा, ये stock उतना बढ़ जाएगा. It doesn't matter, right? Your stock rises 100%, 200%, it doesn't matter if it's like 0.1% of your portfolio. So I've always said, I think in the first video itself I had said कि it's important to track your portfolio returns. Portfolio का annualized CAGR कैसा होगा, absolute कैसा होगा, वो देखना है. एक स्टॉक कोई कितना दे दिया कितना नहीं दिया, 5 stocks फॉर दिवाली, 5 stocks फॉर न्यू ईयर, वो नहीं करना है, राइट? पोर्टफोलियो का रिटर्न देखना है. So that is why I'm making this portfolio public. So and you can like create something similar for yourself. You can change your strategy as we have discussed previously also, and look at what works for you. And currently like it disappoints to see कि the portfolio is underperforming the index itself. मतलब if I had not done any of this, if I had just put the money in the index, it would have given me more returns. But that's the way it is. And no like 90% of people on YouTube would not focus on this, right? कि इंडेक्स कंपैरिजन में हमारा पोर्टफोलियो लेवल पे परफॉर्मेंस कैसा है, हम अंडर परफॉर्म कर रहे हैं या ओवर परफॉर्म कर रहे हैं. और अगर अंडर परफॉर्म कर रहे हैं तो वी नीड टू बी ऑनेस्ट अबाउट इट, राइट? मोस्ट like people who make these videos are like I mean they would show only चंक्स ऑफ द डेटा, मतलब एक सिलेक्शन बायस होता है, जो अच्छा आता है, अच्छा रिटर्न आता है, राइट, आई टोल्ड यू सो, राइट। तो आई डोंट वांट टू डू दैट फिनोमेनन। अच्छा आए बुरा आए, whether the portfolio is performing good, whether the portfolio is performing bad, everything will be visible here all the time. I'll be making the changes in this sheets as well, and it's available in public. I'll share the link in the video description. Okay. uh, Now, when we say कि our portfolio has given 6% and the index has given 10.3%, तो मतलब ऐसा इसका क्या रीज़न है, राइट? सो द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन दैट केम टू माई माइंड कि अगर मेरे पोर्टफोलियो के स्टॉक्स इतने नहीं भागे तो कौन से स्टॉक्स भागे, राइट? सो दैट इज द नेक्स्ट नेचुरल क्वेश्चन कि ऐसे कौन से स्टॉक्स भाग रहे हैं जो कि शायद, सो द वन नेचुरल कंक्लूजन इज दैट कि हम एक साल का लुक बैक पीरियड ले रहे हैं, राइट? वी आर लुकिंग बैक एट 1 year परफॉर्मेंस एंड वी आर taking some risk adjusted return values for 3, 6 and 12 months while calculating their average and ranking the stocks with that criterion. Okay, so it is possible कि अगर इंडेक्स ज़्यादा भाग रहा है इस पोर्टफोलियो से, राइट? सो that index is being run by other stocks which are not in this portfolio. इसका मतलब कि they are not meeting that criterion, but recently they have been surging, right? So if we look at who moved this week, right? So these are like the top 4 stocks from NSE 500 that moved this week, and you can see किस तरह की पागल की रैली है यहाँ पे हिंदुस्तान कॉपर में, 3M इंडिया में. यू कैन सी ह्यूज अप स्पाइक्स, राइट? पूरा एक एक दिन में अपर सर्किट मारा है. एंड द फिफ्थ स्टॉक दैट वाज इन दिस लिस्ट वाज एक्चुअली वोडाफोन आइडिया. वोडाफोन आइडिया एंड ऑल ऑफ दी स्टॉक्स, बेसिकली ऑल ऑफ दी स्टॉक्स रोज बाय मोर देन 15% दिस वीक. एक वीक में 15%, राइट? क्रेजी. एंड वोडाफोन आइडिया तो कल एक दिन में इट वॉज 20% अप. 20% in one day. Like imagine, people would be happy with 20% returns in 1 year. It literally gave 20.6 or some percent in one day. Just one day. कोई न्यूज़ आया कि प्रमोटर पैसा लगाएगा और उस पर स्टॉक भाग गया, राइट? सो it's not to give or to get for myself any kind of FOMO कि these stocks are running, so भाग भाग के अभी इनमें पैसा लगा दो. We'll stick to the strategy. If the strategy doesn't work in the long term, that's a different thing. We'll have to tweak it, right? We'll learn. This platform is for like sharing the right information with like-minded audience and learning together, right? So ऐसे, like, I do not want a stock like this. If you see BBTC, this last stock, right, at the fourth, you can see the kind of volatility that it has. एक दिन में सीधा 20%, फिर 2 महीने तक इधर, फिर 20%, फिर पता नहीं अब क्या होगा, right? It continues to trend. There is no clear momentum. Like जो क्लीन आइडियल मोमेंटम चार्ट होता है ना, वो 45% से धीरे 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 बढ़ रहा होता है, राइट? इट्स अ ग्रेजुअल ग्रोथ. इट डजंट कम इन लाइक ह्यूज वॉलेटाइल स्पाइक्स लाइक दिस. मतलब इट्स वेरी गुड टू से, अगर इफ यू आर एट दी लाइक रिसीविंग एंड ऑफ इट and you get like 20%, 15% in 1 day or 2 days, then obviously you feel great, right? ऐसा अगर हो गया तो बहुत अच्छा है. The portfolio, the stocks in my portfolio, like which have been with me for a long time, जैसे PFC, REC, these stocks also I have seen एक एक दिन में 8%, right? So it feels good on that day, but this is not consistent, right? So we are looking at consistency. Our strategy is selecting based on not just the performance in the 1 year, but the consistency of that performance. ऐसा नहीं कि पूरा साल, मतलब इफ यू आर लुकिंग एट द रिटर्न्स, राइट, इट शुड नॉट बी दैट कि पूरे साल तक उसने 0% रिटर्न दिया है और एक साल में 200% बढ़ी है, राइट? दैट शुडंट बी द केस. इफ इट्स ग्रेजुअल, इट्स लाइक it has a better rank, right? So that consistency is valued more. It's not just absolute performance, performance relative to risk, which is measured in terms of volatility, stock volatility. Okay, so yeah, I mean, these stocks moved and the portfolio didn't move much. I'm hoping that it moves more in the next cycle. and we'll keep seeing. And yeah, if you have any comments or any views regarding the strategy, or any questions regarding the methodology or anything, you can check out my earlier videos. You can also add like anything that comes to your mind in the comments below, and I'll try my best to answer them. And that's it for today. If you feel like you should be like if you like this kind of content and you want to follow this portfolio and this strategy, and you want to see like me, right? So मेरा मतलब क्या है इस पूरे सीरीज में कि I want to see how the strategy performs. I want to see for myself and share it also. So if you're in the similar camp, you can consider subscribing this channel, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye bye. And yeah, main चीज़ तो भूल ही गया. Happy New Year everyone, and let's meet again in the next year. Bye bye.